Okay, good evening, everyone. Hello there, Dr. Freedom here, and it's time for some doctor news. Now, and we're talking news that may affect you in some way, since you're a Whovian, that it may make you go, "Ooh, that tickles." Okay, all right. First off the bat, I want to thank everyone for their prayers, thoughts, and well wishes for Lady GALLIFREY. The good news is they're going to let her stay at home for a while, and then she'll be called up to go into the surgery. And then from then on, she'll be spending some time in the hospital and whatnot from there. So then hopefully, if all things all go well, she'll be home, within a week after the operation. And then, it's going to be a couple weeks of recovery along with some months of therapy and whatnot. And then things will be fine from there. And trust me, she appreciates all your thoughts and well wishes. She's, like I said, it's just, I feel better because she's home, but I won't be feeling really better until all that is done and over with, until the surgery is done and, and things are, set and whatnot. And, she's starting, to feel better because it's going to be one hell of a surgery, but she's got a damn good surgeon. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm not really worried. Well, of course I am, but that's how I am. But let's get back into the Doctor Who news, shall we? Okay. Now, the one thing that's been weirding everybody out lately is this bugger. Because this popped up on the mirror about the BBC, and its cuts. One of the things that's getting phased out right off the bat apparently is Red Button. Also, they've dropped coverage of the Open Golf Tournament as part of the cost-cutting measures. Apparently, number 35 million has been cut from the sports rights budget. And also, if before you start panicking, read the first byline of this article. The BBC's drama budget and Strictly Come Dancing are understood to be protected from the cuts. What does Doctor Who fall under? Do I have to tell you this? Drama. They're going to cut a lot of other things before probably they get to Doctor Who, hopefully. Because remember, Doctor Who and Sherlock are the flagship shows of the BBC. Even though Strictly Come Dancing does pull in a lot of viewers, remember, Doctor Who in itself, sorry about this. Hang on. I got fiddling with something here. Okay. Doctor Who in itself still pulls in 60 million pounds in revenue per year for the British Broadcasting Corporation. And God, I can't remember what the figure was for Sherlock. So before you start panicking, remember that. Yes, Strictly gets a lot of views, but guess what? How many Strictly Come Dancing action figure sets have you sold in the last year? DVDs? Okay, can you really, what would a Strictly Come Dancing action figure do? Dance away the Cybermen? Well, okay, so before you start panicking, read the first line. The BBC drama budget and Strictly Come Dancing are understood to be protected from the cuts. So don't panic yet, all right? Moving on. Did Peter Capaldi just confirm Jenna Coleman's final episode? And could Clara be leaving sooner than we thought? Now, here's the thing. This episode of Graham Norton that's referred in these particular articles, matter of fact, they're all over the place now, hasn't even aired yet. It airs tomorrow, if I remember correctly. If it doesn't, I think it's Saturday night, ain't it? Or no, sorry, Friday night. So why are they, it airs, that's right, it airs tomorrow, which is Friday. Sorry, I mixed my days. It's been a weird week. Also, why is everyone, why is this stuff already up? It's like, why should I even watch Graham Norton? The whole thing's right here just about. So let's go through it real quick. See, I bet I've bored the living crap out of you, but that's how I work. I've got to express a little outrage there. But okay. Graham Norton, well, you snozzed, you lost. All right. We still don't know what tragedy has set the forced departure of Dr. Companion Claire Oswald this series, but the 12th Dr. Peter Capaldi has been talking about her exit, and it's sounding both more ominous and sooner than we expected. Quote, "It's a sad one, gripping, and very strange," Capaldi said of this week's episode Face the Raven at a recording of the Graham Norton show, which is scheduled to broadcast tomorrow on, it's probably going to be today because by the time this video gets uploaded, it will be Friday morning. So, I know, it's weird, ain't it? Time is messing with you. Okay. And it's the end of the line for Clara Oswald, played by Jenna Coleman, who's been my companion for the last 2 years. It's the end of her story. I don't want to go into the details of it, but it's sad. And asked if Clara could return in the future, he added, quote, "Sometimes people can't come back." Sometimes things happen that they can't come back from. Now, could it be that Claire is not going to, buy the farm, croak, or, bite the dust? But could it be that she finally does something that's so doctor-like that it even scares the piss out of him and he asks her to leave? It would be a first. Have a companion kicked out the door. Sorry, Clara, you're starting to act too much like me. Hit the bricks. That's just a theory. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, so is Clara about to leave for good in this week's episode? Would it make some sense considering the following installment is reported to be a one-hander where Capaldi acts alone, and we did see her say goodbye in this week's episode trailer, but we sort of assumed that we had sort of assumed that was a classic Doctor Who bluff. And what could happen to Clara, that can't be undone by time travel? Now, Capaldi went on to discuss the fame that comes with the role of the Doctor, describing the attention as lovely. He goes, the Doctor is a magical figure and exists more powerfully in the imagination than he does on screen. So when fans see you on the street, not looking too cosmic with a shopping bag of milk, they still see Doctor Who and they scream. Now, kids throw our arms around you because they see the character, and it is delightful. All right, and then he goes, not all the trappings of celebrity have been to his taste, especially when it comes to autographs and selfies. He goes, I don't mind giving autographs, but sometimes they end up on eBay for 20 quid soon after, and that's not quite the spirit of the thing. But a selfie is as lovely as it's a token of the moment. Sometimes you see someone on the fringes with a phone and you think, who you think wants a selfie and that you should ask them. Then unfortunately, sometimes you do ask them and they say no. Weird, huh? Now, the thing is, that became a problem not too long ago. Matter of fact, that's why after a while, they declared that from then on, signatures had to be personalized because you had a gaggle of morons who were going to and like I said, I'm not naming anyone specific because I'm not really sure how this began, but there was a gaggle of morons who were showing up on the filming locations that were taking advantage of the fact that they were getting autographs like mad, over and over and over again. Then they were taking them and selling them on eBay. And I saw some, if I remember right, going as much as 40 quid a pop or more, actually, I've heard. And that is like, you've just taken advantage of the kindness of Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman, who are both doing this. Matter of fact, Capaldi, like I said, who earlier negotiated to get more time on his breaks to spend more time with the fans, and you just turn around and turn it into a money-making opportunity, you sad, sick, sorry freaking loser. And I said freaking, all right? Because I try to keep the F-bomb out of things now, I'm trying to be a little respectable. So, sorry about that. I went off on a tangent, but it's true. It was happening. And Face the Raven, of course, airs on BBC One this Saturday at 8:10 p.m. Like I said, sorry, it's just I'm in a much better mood. Lady Gallifrey is home for the next few days, and I'm just a little bit psyched that she's here, and I'm happy that she's able to come home. Sorry, so you can hear it in my voice. So I sound a lot better than I did last night because I was listening to last night's video, going, "Oh my gosh." Okay, but let's get back into the news, shall we? I'm wandering off. Okay, Face the Raven, hints and teasers is from Doctor Who TV. All right, opening line. I told you it would work. The Doctor's new look needs no introduction. Still saving the world from me, then. Don't read too much into it, but something from under the lake returns. You flooded his brain with retcon. Anybody remember that from Torchwood? Retcon? You know what I'm talking about. And this is the second or third appearance I've seen of this reference to the number 82. I want your personal guarantee that you will not endanger another. They're not just street lamps. They'll flee across all of time and all of the universe, and it will still find you. Good cop, bad cop. At least give him a merciful death, and you really think I could lose you now. Okay, moving on. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of Rigsy, says Dr. Joivan Wade. Joivan Wade, of course, appeared up as first appeared as Rigsy in Flatline, and they caught up with him here from. Oh, sorry, I can't forget. Oh, that's right. What's on TV? Sorry, I got sidetracked and I'm way out of there. Okay, we caught up with him to talk to the new episode and hear about some scary new monsters and find out whether Rigsy has a bit of a thing for Clara. Why not? I do. Don't tell my wife. I think she'd understand, but okay, but all right. Here's the thing. It's a nice little interview here. Goes into, say it's not too long. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to read through all this one yet. This one I literally found a little while ago. I think I found this on Girly Letters. I won't lie. Girly Letters has been an amazing source of information this series, and I cannot, go by without giving the person, giving the man a little bit of credit. Yes, it's a man that runs Girly Letters. Okay, but so if you want to read a little bit more about Joivan, Wade, Rigsy, and whatnot, I don't see anything too spoilery in here. So I think you'll enjoy it. All right, moving on. Face the Raven clip number 1. And this is basically like they've been doing, where they're showing you like the opening or part of the opening of the episode. So it's only the first minute or so, but it is, it's going to have you going, it is got a little bit of nice tension in there. And it's kind of awesome. Plus, there's a funny line by Capaldi in there. I won't run it for you if you don't want to see it. Okay, Sarah Dollard Face the Raven interview number part 1. And this was Blogger sitting down having a chat with Sarah Dollard. Matter of fact, it was during the Doctor Who festival, and apparently, this is the first time he's popped it up. And she is, of course, the writer for this week's episode. It's going to be interesting to see what her work's like. Because I think it's it's been a while since I've seen it. Okay, but it's going to be it's a nice short little interview. Short. Well, yeah, it is kind of. So remember, 8:10 p.m. Be glued to that set. Clara might be leaving. Then again, Osgood was supposed to be dead. She was supposed to be in hell. So who knows? It's Doctor Who. Let's move on, shall we? All right. Don't worry, we're getting there. Mark Gatiss, Doctor Who shines a beacon in dark times. He argues that culture can help us cope with terror. Now, the crowd at the Doctor Festival in London last Saturday was somewhat muted for obvious reasons. Doctor is a scary show, but it pales in comparison to the news. Children and adults are now terrified of the same thing, and it doesn't come from a distant planet. It's all too close to home. Now, Radio Times asked writer Mark Gatiss, or is it Gatiss, what is the point of the show when the real monsters are outside? And he goes into this a little bit, and I think you'll enjoy this. Once again, it's a nice little chat with Mark Gatiss, and it's always fun to read his interviews. Okay, moving on. Now, I forgot to put this one in last night's lineup. You can see what state of mind I was, especially if you listen to that one. This was the first clip of David Tennant and Catherine Tate's return to Doctor Who on Big Finish Audio. And there's been a lot of people throwing freaking fits about it. It's just a freaking clip. And, she makes a little joke in there. If you want to listen to it, boom, it's right here. You just click on this right here and it takes you right over. They got the SoundCloud link to you right here. Oh, well. And like I said, people should be looking forward to this. It's going to be awesome to hear them on, together again, the Dr. Donna, and we're going to get more adventures with them on, Big Finish Audio. And it's kind of nice, to go back to that little bit of your, in the new Who and get a listen to it. Also, we got the War Doctor coming up. What more could you ask for, man? It's a fantastic time to be a Whovian. It really is. Imagine when, back in the day when all you had were the comic books and the books. That was it, and then later on, of course, Big Finish. It's just amazing all the stuff that's coming out, that's meshing the old and the new and stuff. It's really awesome. Okay. As you can hear, I'm in a better mood. That's because Lady Gallifrey is home. She's going to be home for a few days until they schedule her surgery. Like I said, we're not out of the woods yet. We're just in a brighter patch, maybe a little clearing. Once again, I really want to thank everybody for all the well wishes and comments and, and the prayers and all that. I'm not normally a religious guy, but I truly appreciate it when folks put that energy out there. And I'm just, really happy to have her home, even if it's for a few days. And I'll be even happier, when we're on the other side of this. I got to go in and get checked because I know, this old body of mine is wearing quite a bit thin lately. And, it doesn't sound it, but I've got a laundry list of stuff wrong with me. Oh, man. Like I said, it's just been a weird life. And like I said, I'm just going to be happier when we're on the other side of this and it's done and it's over, because it is going to be a really complex surgery. Modern day science has made it, a lot more survivable and whatnot, but, still you're on edge this whole time, and it's just hard to describe it. But having her home and here with me, and being able to be with her, that has been, it's a lot more phenomenal than last night when I was just sitting here by myself in a cloud of worry. But also, I'd like to remember that I'm not alone, because you're all out there listening, all the folks who are, writing these comments, listening, and, giving, good thoughts, prayers, and whatnot. And I cannot thank you all enough for that. I really can't. That was just, you tickled an old man's heart when you did that. And I, and she really appreciated too. I read some off for her earlier today, and she was just tickled pink. So we're gonna make it through this. We are, Omega Files and all that's back on for this weekend. I'm gonna stick to a regular schedule now that she's home, but that may change when she goes in, and don't worry, I'll give a mention on when she's going in. So Omega Files is on for Face the Raven, and I hope you all continue, to enjoy the programming, I put out there. And like I said, she's the wind beneath my wings. Without her, Dr. Freedom would never probably have existed. I would have never had the courage to do this. And, by supporting her, it just shows me, we're not necessarily alone. We've got all you out there with us. Oh, well, I better stop before I keep ranting on and start tripping over my tongue. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so very much. Good night.